All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Big news today. TikTok owner ByteDance purchased VR hardware and software maker Pico. Pico is one of the big three VR hardware manufacturers. So it's up there with Facebook's Oculus, with HTC. It's primarily, its customer base is primarily in China. Why is this important? How does this tie in? Well, you know, I've been talking about the metaverse. And as of late, as you've seen with conversations on Underdog Crypto and prior videos, I've been talking about the metaverse, this NFT tie-in, and how we can see there's a picture coming closer as to how all of this is soon to play out with the metaverse. This means you've got ByteDance, TikTok's owner. TikTok is the most, took the reins, is the most downloaded social media app in the world. Now, they're moving into the same space as Facebook. They purchased a video game company. Now they've purchased a VR, the hardware company, and they make VR software. How is this key? Remember, we talked about business. We talked about digital assets. So video games, VR, these are virtual worlds. And these virtual, especially computer generated. So CGVR, computer generated VR, runs on digital assets. You got to make those environments. Someone has to make them. People either make them in-house or they buy them. How is this key? How is this moving forward? How are we seeing this develop? Well, Unity has made a deal. There's a plug-in with a company called Arcane. So it's a company called Arcane. Unity software is a software engine. So you can actually go in there and buy assets for games, 3D assets and 2D assets. They've partnered with Arcane to make a plug-in so game developers are able to actually NFT these assets. So now you've got a game engine which is tied to VR. So a lot of the backgrounds and things you see in these VR and games, 2D games, Unity. They made a partnership which makes it easier for developers, people creating digital assets, to make them as NFTs. It's a big play, very interesting. How is this tying into the metaverse? Well, if you think about it, you've got the hardware on one end, people have to access the metaverse through the hardware. You've got the software or the platform for the environment, but you also need the assets, and people make these assets, and you've got the games. So this all ties in. I think this is huge. I think this is showing how, okay, we heard Mark Zuckerberg talk about the metaverse and that moving for that being the future. You've got ByteDance, TikTok making the same play for the hardware, the video game. They're making that move as well, in my opinion. So as far as accounting, why does this matter? Well, again, as we look forward to the next 2, 3, 4 years, this is only going to increase. And as accountants, we need to understand assets. How do we account for this? How do we account for this? And as businesses move more into these virtual platforms for training, for content, as more consumers move into the virtual space, and these assets are bought and sold either directly or as NFTs with smart contracts, We need to understand how this works and how all of this will tie in and how we can grapple on it. As usual, make sure to like and subscribe and send me the comments. Love to hear from you. And I will see you next week. Thank you.